Since the 1980s, customer service experts have been preaching the idea of surprise and delight. Today, we're going to uncover why it might not be all it's cracked up to be. And we're going to use the same psychology that's been talked about for decades to understand why gambling can be so addictive. I'll uncover how it works and what you can do to deliver a great experience, even if you don't surprise, but you still delight. All of that and more on this episode of The Loyalty Loop from Las Vegas, Nevada, at the airport. Alright, I am at the airport in Las Vegas, and I just finished speaking at a great event with iView and the Levima team, and it was fantastic. And we talked about this. If you want to create and maintain someone's attention, all you have to do is get them some suspense over time multiplied by the payoff. What a great group and a great time. But we're here at the airport to talk about gambling and slot machines and the neuroscience behind it. Now here's the deal, I've never been a big fan of the common customer service wisdom that preaches you need to surprise and delight your customers. And look, I don't have a problem with delighting anyone. I mean, how could you? Everyone loves to be delighted. I have a problem with the fact that you need to surprise and delight your customers. In fact, understanding what happens in your brain when you gamble, like these slot machines behind me, can help you understand why we maybe don't need the surprise at all. Okay, you see these gamblers behind me? Well, at first blush, you might think that they're gambling because they want the cash, they want to win. Well, they want the reward, right? The neuroscience would appear to back this up. Take this simple experiment with monkeys. Yep, monkeys. If you reward a monkey when a little light comes on with a splash of apple juice in its mouth, all of a sudden you see their neurons start firing when the apple juice hits their mouth. And that's what happens when you win a jackpot. Your neurons start firing. Now do this enough times and something amazing starts happening. The monkeys start to anticipate the squirt of the apple juice, and in fact their neurons start firing when the light flashes instead of when the apple juice hits their mouth. They're anticipating the apple juice. The neurons start predicting the reward. Now here's where it gets really, really interesting. If you stop rewarding the monkey every time the light flashes with a squirt of apple juice, the monkey starts to get really disappointed. But if you unexpectedly, on occasion, squirt some apple juice into their mouth, they get even more excited than the first round of neurons firing. That surprise treat registers much higher than expected. In fact, it's 3 to 4 times higher. So it's easy to see why we should surprise and delight our customers, but there's a hitch in the neuroscience. Somebody just won. You see, a neurologist named Robert Sapolsky noticed something really interesting in people who are addicted to gambling. What they're addicted to isn't the dopamine delivered when they win. In fact, they're addicted to the anticipation of winning. What? Here's the deal. The dopamine released when you win is short-lived. So when you deliver a customer experience that's surprising, you get a spike, a high that's immediate, but it's short-lived. However, when you build anticipation for an amazing experience, two things happen. One, you raise the level of dopamine when the experience happens, and you increase the level of dopamine while they anticipate the experience. It's just like these folks are anticipating the win, not looking for the win itself. The build up to a payoff is more rewarding than the payoff itself, especially the longer that it goes. So what does this mean to us marketers? Before I tell you, let me remind you that you can subscribe so you don't miss an episode every single week. Next week we'll be in Roanoke, Virginia. Okay, so what does this mean for your experience? Well, number one, don't stop delighting your customer. That is not the point at all. Instead, try to build anticipation for the delivery of the product or service itself. Because the higher you build the anticipation, the bigger the payoff. Remember, just like the monkeys, we're anticipating the reward, not the reward itself. And that's what makes the reward, when you get it, 3 to 4 times more exciting than if you just get the reward on its own. So, do you have to surprise and delight? I don't think so. You have to build anticipation for a delightful experience. All right, I gotta board my plane. I will see you next time on The Loyalty Loop.